Hey guys, what's up? It's Raven and welcome to a good old-fashioned vlog. Spend the day with me, life update, follow me around, whatever you want to call it, little check-in. I feel like it's been a while since I've done one of these. It feels like it's been a lot going on since August, basically, because I feel like that's when things really started picking up. August, I was like going on vacation. September was my birthday and my mom's birthday. October was all the Halloween shenanigans and I was making costumes and making decorations and throwing multiple parties. And then October, November, I was already getting ready for Christmas, kind of just skip right through Thanksgiving because I was already focused on Christmas. And then December was just, you know, so busy with all the Christmas stuff and the Christmas decorations and the Christmas DIYs. I also was super busy with like a bunch of other stuff. Like one of my closest friends got engaged and I was helping with the surprise engagement. And then one of my other close friends had a baby shower. And then two of my other close friends had their big 30th birthday. So I was going to Dallas every weekend for these friend activities, but also I needed time to plan my Christmas stuff and it was just so much going on, and then regular work stuff and then regular life stuff mixed in. It's been a lot. And so now it is December 28th. We're coming up on New Year's. You guys are gonna be seeing this after the New Year, so Happy New Year to y'all. You know, after New Year's, things will hopefully kind of settle down, but I just have been in a whirlwind for the past several months, and I've been sharing a lot about my parties and all the holidays and birthdays and stuff, but I haven't been doing as much of this. Right now, I am trying to get myself together because I have an interview, a Zoom interview, length check, by the way. We're bobbing, stiff wear. Length check. This is what my current hair growing out pixie cut phase is looking like. And I decided at the last minute that I wanted to try and straighten my hair and style it and like wear it like this. I've been wearing wigs, but I am running out of time. It is 11:30 and I have this interview at 12 for my personal assistant. I've been trying to get a personal assistant for a long time now, and I have had a few of them, and just for a multitude of reasons, I haven't, like, they just haven't stuck. You know, scheduling conflicts and life conflicts and just all types of conflicts have led me into this position where I haven't had a personal assistant. This busy season that I was just explaining, where I had so much going on, I really could have used the extra help. We've been trying to hire someone, we've been interviewing people, we've been putting our feelers out, and nothing has worked. But we have this interview today. Fingers are crossed, toes are crossed, everything is crossed, because I need a personal assistant so bad, and it's been so hard to find anyone that fits the role whatsoever. Okay, it's literally 11:49. This is all I had time to do. I didn't have time to finish straightening the top half, so I just like tied it up. I'm gonna put on like the tiniest smidge of makeup to just make myself look like I'm alive at least. And we gonna make something shake. So not only do I have this Zoom interview right now, but I also have my focus group Zoom later on this evening that I also wanted to look presentable for. So I'm just gonna have this interview looking slightly crusty, and then after this interview, I will actually fully get myself together for the focus group later, because the focus group is not until this evening. So I'll have time to actually finish my hair and actually fix my makeup for that at least. That is gonna be with about 50 of you guys joining me on Zoom to have a face-to-face discussion with me. I'll explain more later, but I wanna actually look presentable for that. But right now, we ain't got time, so. All right, it is 12 o'clock on the dot and I gotta get on this Zoom. Ziya is here, off from school this week. She's upstairs playing, so I told her to just be quiet. Okay, just finished the interview. It went really well. Very, what's the word? Promising. That was a very promising interview. So hopefully next steps and we can just get this position filled. She was really nice, very professional, very mature for her age, and answered the questions very well. So looking like a good fit. We still have a few more steps to the hiring process before I say for sure. Now it is 1:15-ish and Ziya is here. Like I said, she's off from school. winter break. I'm going to get her some lunch ready. I'm hungry too. I didn't even have breakfast today. I haven't eaten. Our grocery situation is in absolute shambles still from the Christmas party because we just had, you know, when you have a party, you end up with just random leftovers, and I actually cleared out the leftovers yesterday because we didn't have any real food like normal groceries. We just had all these like old crusty leftovers from the Christmas party of all these like desserts and leftover gumbo that's over a week old now that nobody's gonna eat. So I just threw it away and cleaned all that out, but now our refrigerator is empty and I need to get groceries. And the pantry is, my pantry, y'all, my poor pantry. Look at this, no type of organization. We have baking soda on top of books, next to cereal, next to tissues. What's going on? I mean, someone please send help. My perfectly organized pantry is just an absolute shambles. And I don't know if it's really, you know, if y'all can tell, but for me, this is horrible. This is really, really horrible. And it's not just the pantry, like I said, the refrigerator is empty and in shambles. The pantry is in shambles. All this entertaining stuff left over from the Christmas party is still left out and needs to be put away and organized. And my house is kind of in shambles in general because we also had a big winter freeze come through these past few days. Like over Christmas, the temperature dropped below freezing for several days in a row, which y'all know here in Texas, we don't be prepared for that. And we don't know how to handle that. We did learn from the crazy snowpocalypse last year that was really bad. We learned a few things from that. I was more prepared this time, but maybe not fully prepared, because now what's different from the last snowpocalypse is that I now have a pool. So this is my first winter with a fully running pool. And before I even show y'all what's going on with the pool, the first thing I did make sure to do is bring in a lot of my plants so that they wouldn't get frostbite. We brought in these big plants. These plants here, my 2 bird of paradise plants, which already kind of weren't doing too good. And then my fiddle leaf fig, brought all those in before the freeze, so those were saved. But I forgot to bring in these plants, my beautiful snake plants that were so tall and big and flourishing and had grown to double their size from when I originally bought them. Look at them. There's no way that those leaves will ever rise again. I mean, I know I could cut it down and keep the roots and grow it, like regrow it from the roots up. But at that point, you might as well buy a new plant instead of waiting for it to completely regrow. But yeah, I was saying these luckily aren't too expensive to replace, but that's just annoying because I had grown them so they were like up to here and now they're just destroyed. But that was my bad because I should have brought them inside before the freeze, but I forgot. And then look at my agaves. My poor agaves. These big, huge, beautiful agaves that I've been growing for like 2 or 3 years at this point, and they got so big and so beautiful. I actually didn't even get to keep all of my like inflatables, like all of my outdoor Christmas decorations. I had to bring them in 2 days before Christmas and keep them inside my garage. I didn't get to have my Christmas decorations up for Christmas because the weather was so windy and so cold. It was destroying all of my decorations, so I had to bring them inside. So I didn't even get to have my decorations up. But yeah, I'm sad about my plants. There's other plants in the backyard that there was just nothing I could really do, and they got hit by the freeze, and I'm just like so sad because y'all know what I went through to get all of this stuff planted, and now it's like I don't know what to expect going forward. Like, how is it all going to look this next spring and summer? Like, is it just gonna be all like cut back and dead and gone? I didn't even barely get to enjoy it. So that makes me sad, but it is what it is. Now, besides just the plants, what I was gonna say is the pool. The pool. Again, this is my first winter owning a pool. And normally we don't have this crazy multi-day freezing weather, but we've been having it the past few years. I know that there was people in my neighborhood last year who had pools during the snowpocalypse who their whole pool was just busted and damaged and pipes exploded and stuff was freezing and they had to like replace $6,000 worth of stuff with their pool due to the freeze. So we learned from that and we took notes from them, and my pool the pool builder and also the pool cleaner company both gave recommendations for what I was supposed to do to prepare my pool for the freeze to prevent anything from breaking, pipes bursting, all those things. So I followed the instructions to the T. I thought I was prepared. I was not. Because lo and behold, we come out here and everything was shut down, not running, not a good sign. We come and we check out all the pool equipment over here, and I find that it's frozen solid, pipes are burst, equipment is cracked, the whole thing is shut down and not running and just broken. I followed all the instructions. Trust me, anything that y'all are probably commenting right now, like, oh, did you make sure you did this, or you should have did this, or I have a pool and you're supposed to do this. I promise you, I did it. I did what I was supposed to do. But for whatever reason, my pool still decided to shut off in the middle of the night. I don't know. Even the pool people, they don't fully know how to explain it. We don't fully know like what went wrong. I'm still trying to figure that out because I need to know what went wrong so that next winter, the same thing doesn't happen again. So it was this main pipe right here, which they've already redirected it, but there was a pipe going from here to here. You can see it right here actually. Look how it just completely busted. And this is from there being water inside of here that completely froze solid, and when water freezes, it expands. So it literally busted through the pipes. And it broke this whole section here, which runs to my heater. And this is the most expensive piece of equipment out of all this stuff. These different elements, this is like the most expensive element, and of course that's where the pipe broke. And this part is not as big of a deal to like fix and replace, but unfortunately everything inside of this actual unit also cracked and exploded. It's hard to see through this grate, but you see that like circular thing in there, that completely cracked and exploded, and it's just, she's all messed up, unfortunately. Because of that, my pool was like turning into a skating rink, and it's not supposed to do that. And obviously with everything being busted and cracked, my pool can't run, and all that stuff needs to be repaired and possibly fully replaced. And it's thousands of dollars worth of equipment. And this is my first winter. This is like, we just got the pool. The pool is not even like a year old or whatever. So that's really disappointing as well. And I've just been talking to the people and trying to, but it's Christmas. Like literally the pipe burst on Christmas Eve. So obviously we're not gonna be getting any help anytime soon because people are off from work and they're not trying to come out here and deal with that right now. And so I'm kind of in a gray area right now where I'm just waiting until after the new year to actually be able to like do anything about it and really even see what needs to be done about it. So fingers crossed that it's nothing like too crazy, you know what I mean? I'm just hoping that the repairs and everything are relatively straightforward, not too expensive, not too intense as far as like ripping things up out of the ground or anything like that. But yeah, that really sucks. So sad about my plants, more sad about my pool. We didn't have any crazy power outages or any of the stuff that we were dealing with the last snowpocalypse. So we were safe and warm inside of our house, and no other like inside plumbing pipes burst or anything. So that's good. But it was just all the outside stuff that didn't quite make it through the freeze. So there's that. So yeah, right now there's a lot of trying to repair from the holidays and from the freeze. I still have all my Christmas decorations up that need to be taken down and stored away, and stuff from the party that still needs to be cleaned up and organized and put away, and all the outdoor stuff that's messed up that needs to be figured out and repaired and maybe needs to be replaced and what have you. So a lot of that type of stuff going on right now, on top of not having a personal assistant or anything like that to help facilitate all those things. So that's why we wanted to hurry up and have that interview today and try to hurry up and fill that role, because there's just so much that needs to be done that I could really use some help with. And there's just a bunch of other random things that I've been wanting to do or be more consistent with, but I just feel like I need extra help. For example, these giveaway boxes. I have so much stuff that I've been meaning to give away to you guys and send out to you guys, but I've just been so busy and distracted. But this is something that my personal assistant could definitely help with if I had one. But I'm trying to get it together. I've been working on the giveaway boxes specifically, so y'all be on the lookout for these. The good news is that we're coming out of the busy season now. Like after New Year's Eve, which I'm not hosting anything for New Year's Eve. I have done enough hosting between the birthdays and the Halloween and the Christmas and the everything. I am not doing anything as far as hosting for New Year's Eve. I am going to go to Dallas to go to one of my other friends' house who is hosting like a small little thing. So nothing crazy. That should hopefully be just a nice unwinding time for me this weekend to just kind of be able to go and have fun and not have to host and not have to do anything. So that should be good this weekend. But after that, as we go into the new year, at least we're like coming out of the busy season. So it's gonna be more so time to do all the fixing and the cleaning and the organizing and the planning and the getting the personal assistant, onboarding her, training her, like honing in to take time to like reset and like get my life together and get my business together and take a little bit of a breather and like, you know what I mean? Just that reset time is what I'm looking forward to. I just heated up Ziya some mac and cheese and gave her some chocolate milk for her lunch. I'm just having a Diet Coke, I guess, for now, because like I said, we don't really have all of our normal groceries and I'm not really appetized by anything that's in there. I know this is bad. This is random, but I feel like every few years I develop a Diet Coke addiction. 6-week period, I'm like addicted to Diet Coke. And then all of a sudden I'm like, I don't like Diet Coke. Why am I drinking this? And I stopped drinking it and I don't drink it for like years. And then years later, I'm like, actually I do like Diet Coke. And right now I'm in a Diet Coke era. I'm not sure what that's about. Yes, I can do everything with these long nails, including open a can of soda by myself. Thank you very much. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm looking forward to using January as a reset time to try and just get to a more comfortable level as far as organization and planning. You guys probably saw that we did that work retreat, the team retreat where we went to Joshua Tree, and the whole point of that trip was to try to plan things out and try to figure out what's next for Raven ELYSE TV, what's gonna be my focus for my content, and what's gonna be my next business venture as far as maybe launching a product or writing a book or doing an online course, like all these different ideas, and then like the investment, property, real estate, all that stuff. Like we had been throwing out a lot of ideas and trying to dabble in different things, but not doing it in a super organized, intentional way. So we felt like we needed to take that retreat to be able to take some time, like nail those ideas down and make a solid plan for what I wanted to do in 2023. Unfortunately, although the retreat was productive and I'm glad we did it and it was not for nothing, we didn't fully plan everything and hit all those things off of our checklist like we thought we were going to on that retreat. So I came back from the retreat still feeling pretty discombobulated and still feeling like I don't know what exactly my goals are. I don't know what exactly I want to do in 2023. I don't even fully know what I want to do next week. And I don't like that feeling. It's very unnatural for me. I am a Virgo. I am a very goal-oriented person. I always love the new year because I love making New Year's resolutions. I love making a vision board. I love writing my goals down. I'm very much like a journal girl. I'm very much a list girl, a manifesting, visualize. Like I'm used to just knowing what I want to do, making a plan and making it happen. But right now I'm in a place where I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I have ideas, but I don't know which ideas are good ideas. And maybe it's a lack of feeling passionate about the ideas, because I think if there were things that I was super excited about, like those things would stand out to me and those would be the things that I want to focus on. So maybe it's a problem with not being excited enough about my current ideas. I really don't know, but it's been this ongoing conversation that I've been having with my team for a while now, and we talked about it all during the work retreat, and we're just still in this place where it's like we don't fully know. So that's where this focus group thing that I mentioned earlier that I have tonight at 6 p.m. that I still need to get myself ready for, that's where the focus group comes into play, because we had this idea to get together a group of you guys so that I could talk to you guys about it, because I make content for you. If I release a product, I'm releasing a product for you to buy. Anything that I do, y'all are obviously a huge part of it. Like, that's the whole reason why I'm doing it, right? So if I'm lost on what to focus on or what to do or not do, who better to discuss that with than you guys? And I do post like little polls on my Instagram story. I'll put out little things where it's like, comment if you have any video requests, but like, I wanted to do something more than that. I wanted to have a more intimate, real, face-to-face, deeper conversation about it. So we had this idea to do a Zoom meeting with you guys so that we can actually talk to you guys about it. So I put out this thing where y'all had to fill out a form, because I am wanting to get a specific type of audience member in this focus group. I don't just want it to be any random person that just so happens to watch my videos, you know what I mean? I want to talk to my real people, you know what I mean? So I had y'all fill out a form so I can make sure of who you were before I let you into the Zoom. And we got a good group of like 50 people. And so tonight at 6 p.m. I'm gonna be having the Zoom call. We're just gonna see, it's my first time doing anything like this as far as like a focus group with my viewers, but I'm really hoping that I get a lot of good feedback and ideas and suggestions, and just maybe this will help inspire me and help me figure out what my goals should be, or what kinds of things I can get into for 2023. Because like I said, I've just been feeling really lost with that, and I'm hoping that talking to you guys about it directly will help with that. Hallelujah. Just as I was talking about not having my normal groceries, I got my HelloFresh delivery. So we will be doing HelloFresh for dinner tonight. That's perfect.
If you go to my room, go look at my babies, they did something.
Your babies did something in the mudroom. Let's see. They made a sign that says, bring us to what?
Since I'm going with Papa, they want me to bring them too.
Oh, bring us to, like T-O-O. Bring is B-R-I-N-G. It's an I instead of two E's, but that was a pretty good try. And when you want to say bring us to, yeah, it's T-O-O.
I was thinking it was T-O-O.
So yeah, my dad is going to take Ziya with him back to their house so that I can do my Zoom call. He's actually here right now out in the back talking to the pool repair people. My dad handles a lot of the around the house stuff for me now because I hired him as basically like my house manager. I can't remember if I ever explained this to you guys, but he retired from his corporate job and now he is my house manager. So he helps with like around the house stuff here, but also at my rental property. So he's outside talking to the pool people, seeing about the repairs for the busted equipment, while I was in here trying to finish getting myself ready. I finished straightening my hair. I also wiped off that sorry excuse for a makeup look that I did earlier because I'm gonna completely redo my makeup nicely for this Zoom call. But yeah, I finished straightening my hair. I mainly just wanted to do like a length check and try to trim my ends, which I did. I basically just like go like this and kind of see where it doesn't match up and where it looks crusty and just kind of dust off the ends a little bit, like just little tiny bits at a time. And I kind of just, I don't know what I'm doing. But I trimmed off, you know, the bottom centimeter of my hair, especially this top layer, which y'all can see is damaged because you can see where it's lighter. That's where like my hair used to be platinum blonde. When I had that platinum blonde pixie, it grew out, but it hasn't fully grown out to where I could cut that part off because it's still short and it's like so uneven and choppy. Like this layer is jaw length, but this layer is shoulder length, and it just looks, I look like Willy Wonka. I literally, it's giving Willy Wonka. Like what is this? But length check, you know, it's growing. It's definitely growing. It's grown out a lot. The under layer is really nice. Like the under layer of my hair has grown out more and it's more like healthy, and all the dead ends, I had already cut off all the dead ends. So this is like all fresh, new, healthy hair, but the top layer hasn't quite caught up and it's like dry at the bottom. So, and it's too short. So that's what's making it look crazy. So I'm not really sure where to go from here because this just by itself is not cute. I think the half up, half down thing kind of helps. hide the top layer. I mean, I don't know, a side part is not any better. I don't know where to go from here as far as how I'm gonna wear my hair on this Zoom call. I do think what could really be cute is if I get some extensions, like some tape-ins, just to add like right here to help fill in the gap between this and this. You know what I mean? Like if I added some extensions, not to make my hair longer, but just to fill it in and hide some of the choppiness. And then if I even like curled it or put a little wave to it, I'll put an inspo pic. I have a vision in my mind of what I think I could turn this into with like some tape-in extensions or something, even clip-ins maybe. But I definitely would need to add hair to make it work, because like this is so short. I would need to put some clip-ins to like fill this in and make it look like that. Now, unfortunately, I do not currently have any extensions in my possession that I can put in my head right now to be ready for this evening. So definitely, I think putting it up in some kind of way, which don't be fooled. Don't be fooled, we got inches now, so we can officially put our hair up in a ponytail, like a real ponytail. Look at this, y'all. We went from pixie to pony, just like that. Should I just wear my hair in a ponytail for the live stream? I mean, it's not much of a ponytail, but it's a ponytail nonetheless, okay? So it is about 5:40 right now. I redid my makeup. This is horrible lighting, but makeup is looking better. Hair is still like, I don't know what to do with this. I think I'm just gonna keep it in like a half up type situation because I don't know literally what else to do with it. I don't know how else to style this right this minute. Oh, the ponytail is like, oh, that's not cute. What do I do? I don't know. Okay, let me put on some jewelry in the meantime. Final verdict from the pool repair guy though. There are two, I thought there was only one, but there's actually two main pieces of equipment that are busted, that need to be completely replaced. Can't even be repaired, but need to be replaced. And there's some discrepancy as far as whose fault is it that the stuff broke in the first place. You could point the finger at me, or you could point the finger at the person who built the pool system. You could point the finger at the company who makes the pool equipment. You could point the finger at the company that I hired to do my pool cleaning and maintenance. Technically, you could try to point the finger at all these different people. No, it wasn't my fault. I know that I followed the instructions that were given to me, did everything that I was supposed to do. As for the rest of the people, I'm not gonna say who I think it should fall on, but I know it shouldn't fall on me. And unfortunately, there's like a lot of back and forth as far as, is it gonna be covered by warranty? Does it technically fall under the obligations of this person and that? Because you know how it gets. You think something should be covered, you think somebody should be responsible for something, but technically, according to the contract and the this and that, it's not really. So that's what we're kind of going through right now, is getting to the bottom of who is responsible, whose fault was it, what exactly went wrong, and how is this going to be paid for? Because I personally don't believe that I should have to pay for it, but that's like a whole thing in and of itself. But all I know is there's two very expensive thingies that needs to be replaced. The good news is, in the meantime, the pool repair guy was able to bypass those two things and still keep the pool running, which is good because you never want your pool just sitting there, standing water not on and running, because that causes more problems. I don't know. Stay tuned for the updates with that, I guess. I'm not to the point where I'm gonna say I regret getting a pool built, but what I will say is that I have learned a lot, not only just with the pool, but with home ownership in general, and even with my rental property and just all that type of stuff. I have really learned like how much really goes into owning a home, and just like what goes into having nice things. You don't just have nice things. You have to maintain those things. You have to hire people to help you maintain those things. You have to, like, there's just a lot that goes into it. It's like, it's not just you buy it and you have it and okay, cool, you get to enjoy it. Like, no, like there's a lot that goes into having a nice home and having a nice yard with nice landscaping and having a pool and owning additional properties and all of these things that are very nice to have and like impressive accomplishments, but what really goes on behind the scenes? What really goes into it? At what cost? Yes, you have these things, but at what cost? And it's just something to think about, because you know, I had zero experience with any of this stuff. I didn't know it was gonna be all this. And it's stressful and it's frustrating and it takes away time from other things. So that's just a little word to the wise, I guess. Those types of things really contribute to a lot of my busyness and anxiety and stress. And I would really like to get to a place where I'm not busy and stressed out by those things. And that just comes with hiring the right people, I think, to take care of it for you. You just can't have certain things or do certain things without having the right help, if that makes sense. And I'm really realizing that, whether that be within my business, wanting to grow my business and do certain things, whether that be with my house, whether that be with other properties, whether that be with anything. You can't really grow, you can't really expand, you can't really do better and have the next best thing and do the next best thing. You can't level up. You really can't level up very much in life without having the proper support. Am I preaching right now? There's only so much you can do by yourself. There's only so much you can take care of and maintain and keep track of by yourself. So if you do not have the right people, whether that be within your personal support circle, whether that be within your business, your employees, whether that be my personal assistant, whether that be the people that I'm hiring to do things around my house or maintain things around my house, I need to be able to rely on these people. I need to have a team of people. And that is one of the main things that I am struggling with these days. It's driving me a little crazy, and I really feel like I need to stop and take time to solve that problem across the board, because I feel like I won't be able to really do much else with that in the way. All right, y'all, it's 5:57. Focus group meeting starts at 6. I am logging into the Zoom chat now. I cleaned up my little background so it looked good for you guys. Shout out to you guys who are watching this vlog right now who were in the Zoom. Comment down below if you were in it. Here we go. Okay, just ended the meeting. It is 7:26. We were hoping to keep the meeting about an hour long. We went about an hour and a half, but that's fine. Everybody was super nice and helpful, and it went really, really well. Thank y'all. If you're watching this and you were in it, thank y'all so much for participating. That was really just so heartwarming, first of all, to just see that people would take time out of their day to do this for me and with me and like let me pick y'all's brain and ask you all these questions for an hour and a half. I just really, really appreciate it. And I did get some really good feedback. So it was a success as far as what I said about like, I'm hoping to just get some new ideas, some new motivation, a new perspective, I don't even know what the word is, but like I was saying earlier, I've been feeling kind of lost and feeling like I don't really know what to focus on or what to do as like my next big thing when it comes to content or business. And the people in this focus group actually really did give me some really good ideas. I'm feeling inspired. I'm feeling motivated. I'm feeling a sense of whatever the word is. So I'm glad that I did that. I think I will want to do it again just to even follow up even more and have even more of a discussion. And I just like to be able to talk to y'all face to face too. Like not even necessarily to do like such focus group type questions, but just to kind of just chat in general maybe. So I don't know, that might become like a reoccurring thing. So y'all be on the lookout if y'all want to be a part of that. But it went well. I'm glad I can kind of take a breath. But I'm starving and Ziya is at my parents' house. I need to go pick her up or have them drop her off, and we need to make dinner. I have not eaten properly today. I need a good home cooked meal. So we have our HelloFresh that we can cook. Okie dokie, it is already like 8 o'clock. I had a little debriefing with my team about how the focus group went. I am hungry. I'm glad that I have my HelloFresh because these meals usually come together in like 30 minutes or less. So it's always like super quick and easy to cook these. And if you guys don't know about HelloFresh, shout out HelloFresh, longtime sponsor, longtime partner. Been using them for years at this point. And I just love how convenient, quick, easy, when you want a home cooked meal, but you don't necessarily have your life together. Like me right now, I'm clearly struggling, don't have groceries, just don't have it together as far as menu planning and the grocery shopping and the, you know, sometimes it can take a lot to get a good, healthy, fresh dinner on the table, but HelloFresh really helps with that because you get all your ingredients delivered straight to your door. So you guys should definitely check it out if you're looking for an easy way to eat well, but also save some money this new year. HelloFresh helps you save money because not only are you spending less on takeout and just eating out and things like that, but also saving money when it comes to wasted groceries. You know, you buy ingredients to make a certain meal, but you buy too much, you don't use all of it, it goes bad. That's just a waste of food and a waste of money. But with HelloFresh, you get the exact amount of each ingredient that you need for each recipe, so nothing goes to waste. I'm gonna do this one. My dad should be pulling up any second now, bringing Ziya home, and she always likes to help me cook the HelloFresh, so I'm kind of trying to wait on her. But you can see here's all the ingredients you get in your bag. You get your fresh produce, everything you need. Okay, so Ziya is back from Grammy and Papa's house now. She's gonna help me prep the HelloFresh meal. So we just need to like wash and cut up all the veggies. We're cooking rice. So I have all the stuff here. I feel like you can help me peel the carrots and get the rice going. I'm sure with the new year, we all have goals that we're trying to stick to, and HelloFresh can really help you do that. If you're trying to be more intentional about what you're eating, HelloFresh ingredients travel from the farm to you in less than 7 days, so you know you're getting fresh quality ingredients. And not to mention how fast, convenient, and easy a lot of these recipes are to make. Their latest line of meals are ready in less than 15 minutes. And you guys should also check out HelloFresh Market. You know, the big game is right around the corner. They have game time snacks like barbecue baby back ribs, chocolate chip brownies, and everything in between. If you guys want to check it out, just go to HelloFresh.com and use code RavenElyse21 for 21 free meals plus free shipping.